Hey, what's up, peeps? Welcome back to the channel. As always, my name is Anton. Hopefully all of you guys are having a fantastic day, because this is a big shout out to Jason on the Patreon for requesting this one. And this is a first on the channel. I've never... Air Supply. I've never heard a song by Air Supply. I don't recall ever hearing that name, but I feel like I've heard that name. I feel like somewhere in my life someone mentioned Air Supply, but I know absolutely nothing about them. But we'll be doing a deep analysis on them after the video is over. But this is Making Love Out of Nothing at All, and yeah, so I'm excited. I always am kind of neutral to excited on new stuff. You know what I mean? Because sometimes it pans out, and yeah, sometimes it pans out and sometimes it doesn't. So it's and I'll be honest, I promise you guys. But yeah, before we get into this one, as always, if you guys have any song requests for me, definitely drop them in the Discord. It's totally free. Also head over to the Discord to vote on what artists come on the channel every single week. And definitely join everybody in the Patreon if you want to check out any of our full album reactions that we do, and if you want to have a guaranteed song request. And that's pretty much it. So let's get into Air Supply, Making Love Out of Nothing at All. All links down below. Cheers. This is a classic. Look at those cars. What is this, like 50s or 60s cars? Oh no, never mind. World War II. Ooh. Historical love song? Is that it, Jason?
How to whisper, and I know just how to cry. I know just where to find the answers, and I know just how to lie. I know just how to fake it, and I know just how to scheme. I know just when to face the truth, and then I know just when to dream. And I know just where to touch you, and I know just what to prove. I know when to pull you closer, and I know when to let you loose. And I know the night is fading, and I know the time's gonna fly.
No, I think I've heard this song.
I'm gonna tell you everything I gotta tell you, but I know I gotta give it a try. And I know the roads to riches, and I know the ways to fame. I know all the rules, and then I know how to break them, and I always know the name of the
So you can feel it building up.
But I don't know how to leave you, and I'll never let you fall. And I don't know how you do it, making love out of nothing at all. 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 Out of nothing at all.
Okay, I'm gonna go back 20 seconds to get in, but okay, so like, this is one of those songs, I don't know what the chorus is. Is that like, you know what I mean? It's one of those songs where I have a feeling that this is gonna be an epic, that this is going to, I think this is one of those songs where it's like verse, chorus, but the chorus like isn't the chorus yet. And then it's like verse, like, it's almost if you think about like rising tension or intensity of a song, it's like the verse, like the chorus, like is just a bit more. They're probably gonna get another verse, and then the second chorus probably gonna be like the boom, it's the chorus. You know, that's when they ramp up the tension. He just goes for it. They probably put some backing vocals, and they bring in. I'm guessing this song's gonna have orchestration. I have a feeling. I could be wrong, because So what I'm noticing about the singer too is he has this like blend of that power ballad like voice, like almost a Foreigner. I don't know, it kind of reminds me of Foreigner a bit, but like softer. Like it's like they have that like power ballad epicness, but it's like he's more sensitive. It's more in the ballad territory. It's an interesting mix I'm getting out of this one. Air Supply. I feel like they kind of strike me as like an artistic rock band, like an artistic pop rock band. But that's just me guessing. I don't know. I'm just, you hear enough music, you react to enough songs, you start to see patterns and similarities and trends, especially like in the 80s. There's a certain trend, like sometimes in the background this feels like it could be, if it was instrumental only, like the soundtrack to a lot of 80s movies. You know what I mean? Like a lot of 80s, like I just saw Planes, Trains, and Automobiles yesterday. It kind of seems like at times it could be kind of part of the soundtrack to that movie. But yeah, let's go back a few seconds for you guys.
Don't know how you do it, making love out of nothing at all, out of nothing at all.
I love that, yeah. This repetition here. It's the theme. It's the center point.
Out of nothing at all, out of nothing at all.
Yeah, I love that.
Out of nothing at all. Out of nothing at all.
Well, there's the drumming, I'm told.
Every time I see you on the rays of the sun, I'm streaming through the waves in your head. And every star in the sky is taking aim at your eyes like a spotlight. The beating of my heart is a drum and it's lost and it's looking for a rhythm like you. You can take the darkness from the pit of the night and turn into a beacon burning endlessly bright. I gotta follow it 'cause everything I know, well, it's nothing till I give it to you.
Oh, guitar solo. Very cinematic drumming.
Run and stumble, I can make the final block, and I can make every tackle at the sound of the whistle. I can make all the stages
There are two
rock.
drummers?
I can make tonight forever, or I can make it disappear by the dawn. And I can make you every promise that has ever been made, and I can make all your demons be gone. But I'm never gonna make it without you. Do you really wanna see me crawl? And I'm never gonna make it like you do, making love out of nothing at all, out of nothing at all, out of nothing at all. Out of nothing at all, out of nothing at all.
Ooh, good voice. Great drumming, very cinematic. Oh, good. Ooh, that was a great song, Jason, man. That was very good. Yeah, a lot to say about this one. The music video is great too. Just kind of like, man, it's so relatable. Like when you fall in love, everything is so good. You don't know very much about the person. There's a lot of mystery, a lot of intrigue, a lot of passion, a lot of hormones, a lot of pheromones, a lot of just a lot of stuff going on. And we all present our best foot forward. Every single person does. Like, if you catch the odd person that is just completely extraordinarily honest, a lot of the time that's a defensive mechanism because they're actually almost trying to like push you away because they've been hurt. And then you get the odd person who's just legitimately just honest. And, that's what we're all trying to get to. It's just, it's not a defense mechanism, but it's just like, look, You know, I want this to work out. I'm not going to pretend like I'm cleaner than I am, like I'm more organized than I am, like I'm more ambitious than I am, because yeah, it's almost like when we fall in love or when we go on our dates, like we play like whatever is good about us, we play up like 10% or even in some respect like 50%. Like if you're kind of ambitious, you like really play that forward. If you're kind of organized or something, yeah. And then you'll just take your faults and then completely ignore them and then just pretend like you're the other. And then a big part of that too is like anger and emotional problems and traumas, like that stuff comes up. And you know, I think this video did just a very good job of like kind of exemplifying the beginning and the end. Like I really like how it started at the beginning and then it got into their problems and then it actually flashed back to the beginning to like kind of remind you of kind of what it feels like to be in a relationship. Because you know, when things are going bad, I feel like a lot of the time we will reminisce on maybe the one good time or the few good times in the beginning. And that's what kind of pulls us along, is almost the illusion of who this person is. Because like what you're holding on to, that memory of that first few dates or the first time you had sex, like you're remembering an illusion. You're remembering something that wasn't real. Because again, both of you weren't real yet. Like, you know, you didn't live together. You didn't have to deal with their moodiness. You didn't have to deal with anything real. They could you know, you were both actors, right? And it's just interesting. I think the song did a really good job, the video, of just making you see that and feel that. Like I found that was very relatable, for sure. And yeah, they had two drummers. That was interesting. And again, I feel like this song was all about the drums and the vocals. I thought they played such, like, the singer, who we'll look him up after, he has an extraordinary voice. Very good, very sensitive, very emotional. You can tell he's a sensitive dude. Really pours his heart out. I really like that. And the drumming was just so cinematic. I love that. Like really, really cinematic drumming. And the more I listen to music nowadays, the more I have come to appreciate that. I really like cinematic drumming. I really like drumming that tells a story, that builds the tension in a real way, you know? I love that. You know, good guitar solo too. Yeah, good guitar solo. Wouldn't say it's like the most memorable guitar solo I've ever heard, but good. Yeah, a lot of these songs, power ballads, have really good guitar solos. Oh my god, Jim Steinman. This did feel like a Jim Steinman song. It didn't occur to me when I was listening to it, but now I'm like, yo, this has the Jim Steinman. Because again, Jim Steinman is a cinematic musician. His songs tell stories themselves instrumentally. His drumming is usually very cinematic. Celine Dion, you know, and then obviously I Do Anything for Love, but I wouldn't do that. I love Jim Steinman. Even the vocal style had a Jim Steinman kind of feel to it. Jim, man, yeah, rest in peace, Jim Steinman. Because I'm very much at the beginning of my Meatloaf phase. I've only heard 2 Meatloaf songs, and the Celine Dion song, and now this. Like, you know, people have brought up, Jim Steinman, I guess, before, like you guys do in the YouTube comment sections, but it just never, like, you know, a lot of people say stuff. A lot of people are like, oh, this guy's the best guy ever, and you know, you hear enough of every artist is the best artist ever that you just you become more discriminating about kind of, okay, what's actually the best. But Jim Steinman, I truly think he's remarkable. I love how long his songs are. I love how they have an emotional quality too. They have this very Jim Steinman, a trademark I'm noticing about him is they have this very folk tale emotional resonance to them. Yeah, they all tell stories about love and forbidden love and almost like Shrek, something like Shrek, you know what I mean? But yeah, this was fantastic. Is a power ballad by Australian soft rock band Air Supply for their 1983 Greatest Hits compilation albums. That means that they were in the late 70s then. If they had a compilation album in the early 80s, usually compilation records come, 5 years after they've had a whole bunch of hits? Wow, man. Oh yeah, this was very, very cool. Cover. What? This was originally by Bonnie Tyler? Oh man, we need to hear that. I love Bonnie Tyler. Who's the singer? I don't know his name. We'll look that up at another time. Um, but yeah, nothing really jumps out of the lyrics more than what I've already said. But yeah, Jason, this was fantastic, man. Thank you very much for this. And if you guys enjoyed this video, definitely leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe. Just really helps the YouTube algorithm. And also, as always, if you guys have any song requests for me and you want to vote on what artists come on the channel, Discord, totally free. And if you have any song requests that you want guaranteed, and you want to check out our full album reactions, Patreon, and if you want to check out my podcast, like I talk a lot about creativity, music, psychology, philosophy, anything that you guys like that I talk about here, I talk about there too. And so if you like anything I talk about in any of these videos, definitely check out my podcast, also linked down below. And that's it. So I'll see all of you guys again tomorrow. I love you. Peace.